Hey guys, Randomz here, welcome back. So another movie review, watching Dune Part 2, going solo. I know I told one of you in the post that someone came, but they bailed out last second. I'm pretty late as it is. I don't know if I'm gonna get that Dune 2 popcorn bucket. It's probably be ridiculously priced. I probably will not get it. Didn't see any of the trailers. I expect to see the Emperor in this. Some other new characters. I know Christopher Walken's in this. He's probably the Emperor, I predict. And Paul is now the leader of the Atreides, I think it is. And now, you know, he wants to stay on the planet. I feel like someone's gonna force him to come back to the home planet, or I don't know. He's just like, all right, we're here now. We live here. So I really don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's really weird, but this one should be a lot more action than the first one. But I grew to like the first one. In the past, I said 7 out of 10. I take that back. It's an 8 out of 10. Dune's really cool. I like it now. And going into this, I think I'm gonna come out with an 8 out of 10, maybe a 9, maybe a 9. And we'll see. So that's all in the pre-game, and I'll see you after I watch Dune Part 2. All right, guys, I just got back from seeing Dune Part 2, and wow, what a film. What a film. You know, I never know where to start with these things. This one was just a whole lot to take in. Like, I'll just throw out highlights. Highlights, definitely when Paul, or Uru, I think they call him, learns to ride a worm. Anytime the worm is big, of course, near the end, there's like 2 times where I thought, oh, it's gonna throw up to part 2, or end of part 2, or part 3 coming sooner. It was gonna end or something like that. But it didn't happen. It went quite longer than I expected. And I glanced at the time of how long it would be, but I didn't really pay attention. But lots to take in, especially the ending scene with all the worms, which I'm trying to think, you know, they had all those worms attacking. Then there's also other people running on the sand. So how does that work? Does that spawn more worms? That, you know, unnecessary, uncontrolled worms, or you have controlled worms? And are you actually steering the worm? Or there's like a lot of things I want to know about the worm. I don't know. Speaking of the worm is pretty much a big deal with the, you know, when you kill it, because if they have it in water, it dies, and then they siphon out its poison. I think it actually has poison. I think they called it poison. And you drink it, and it's like the water of life, and you see the past and the future. I think if you drink it, right, past and future, you get to see. Like I said, there's just whole much stuff to talk about. But highlights, those were the highlights. The Baron, you know, I didn't know if I thought he would die or not. I'm not sure. That one kind of surprised me. Then the new character, I guess Paul's cousin, and he's the grandson of the grandson or son of Baron, or the Unbaron, I think they called him. That scene was nice, and when their son on their planet comes out, everything's just like black and white. That was pretty cool. His little introduction and fighting in that arena was awesome. Crazy. This is also a character we didn't see, was I forgot his name, but he's in part 1, and he's kind of, he's somebody, they call it a mentat. He's a mentat, I believe. Or when he opens his eyes, they're white, and then he closes them back to normal. Kind of like the side general, or I don't know. But he would be near the Duke, I think that was his name, I'm not sure. From part 1, the leader, I forgot his name, from House Atreides. Is it the Duke? I don't know if they call him the Duke. Leo? I'm not sure. But he didn't show up in this film, so I wonder, you know, what happened to him? Because Josh Brolin, he survived that little fight in war. But then you don't see or hear any talk about, I'm blanking on his name. I had it when I was watching the movie, but I forgot. But there's just so much to talk about. I mean, Christopher Walken as the Emperor. I don't know if you could have any more scenes with the Emperor. I think that was just kind of it. I don't know, maybe expected a bit more, or was that fine? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think of the film? Because is this better than the first one? Come on now, come on. I think it's pretty obvious. Almost forgot a little script. So when it came to our crowd, they laughed a lot at what's his name? He's from No Country for Old Men. He plays the villain. I forget his name. I don't know, but he says Ahil Gazib. He always says it a lot. I forgot his name, man. But they laughed a lot at him, and he's got some funny. There's a couple of little funny moments in here. It's not supposed to be, you know, a comedy, but there's some, you know, some laughter here and there, especially with his character. Acting, top notch. Oh, I'll tell you another highlight. When freaking Paul Atreides, or Uru, I forgot what they call his name in this film, his new name, but when he says silence, uses the voice on the head of the mothers of, I forgot what their name is, the ones who use the voice and they only want females in the bloodline. I was like, wow. She was like, blasphemy. I was like, dang. Like, there's a lot of, like, he's got big balls near the end of the film. He's got big balls. But favorite characters, still Paul Atreides. Chani, you know, she's like, you know, I'm for my people, but I don't believe in no prophecy, and you're kind of invading us and taking advantage of it. Like, she kind of still sees that. And at the end, you know, she ends off on her. She's about to ride a worm to go somewhere, not really sure, but she's pissed, and I wonder if that vision will come true. You know, that from part 1. I think it showed a bit. The main vision in part 2 was Paul's mother. Just what they say there's like tons of hunger, and she's just walking along, and people are dying of hunger or something like that. But I wonder if the stabbing, where she stabs Paul Atreides, I'm talking Chani, she stabs Paul Atreides. I wonder if that will happen. And he almost died in this film. And he actually took that other blade from his stomach out. So I'm surprised he wasn't bleeding a lot, because I seen he held 2 blades at the end. Or that blade wasn't still in him. So I don't know if he took that out. I was like, better get a doctor in here real quick. Favorite scenes, I already kind of said that. Worm, near the end, big balls moment, big boy moment. Stepping up. The Duke of Arrakis. I am Duke of Arrakis. And it's crazy, he just got these the high ups, and then now he's the high up. Just like big balls moments. Like, this guy's fuck. I guess that's it. And then the ending, you know, ends off right there. I say, what do you guys think? What's a better cliffhanger, 1 or 2? One's like, wow, what's he gonna do now? Desert power, he's about to learn. Like, wow, what's gonna happen now? Then part 2, well, it looks like there's gonna be a big galactic war with part 2. Or no, part 3 is setting up for a huge war, because the house has said, we don't obey to this. We don't want this emperor. We don't want him taken as emperor. But I guess he's like, send him to paradise. He's like, I'm gonna kill him. Feed Baron to the desert and all that. I don't want to make this too long, so here we go. I'll do my little mini review. Would I buy this on DVD Blu-ray? Hell yeah, 100%. I already have Dune 1. I watched it 2 times within a week. Getting close to Dune 2. Hell yeah, Blu-ray 4K, let's do it. The only con is, you know, I mean, if you're rich, I'm not rich, but you can't enjoy this film without, it's like Oppenheimer. You can't really enjoy Dune or Oppenheimer without IMAX, like a personal theater. But it's as close as you can try to get. But yeah, I just wish, like, damn, if I'm gonna rewatch it, it's cool, but I don't have, none of us have an IMAX theater in our backyard or whatever. But hey, anyone could get rich. I mean, you never know. Anyone could get rich. We'll see. Would you watch this on a streaming service? You know, that's what comes out first, digital first, which I'd rather buy a copy personally. You know, if there's free trial, I'll dive in. I don't do much of subscriptions right now. Worth another movie ticket? Nah, I don't think so. It comes close. And then when I buy merch towards the film, I checked if, you know, I just wanted to check if they had the Dune buckets, the popcorn buckets. They had basic ones with the, you know, wrapping around it with Dune too. They didn't have the worm. I just wanted to at least see the worm, but I didn't get them. Any other merch towards this? There's not much merch you could really get with Dune. Maybe a worm replica or something like that. Not too big. And I don't really have anything else to say, but this film was freaking greater than the first. But this is a trilogy, so, you know, all together. Still telling the story very fine. Anna Taylor-Joy will be the Kwisatz Haderach or something like that, I'm not sure. The one that can see in the future and the past and just total beyond higher power type of thing. Maybe she'll have a big involvement in the 3rd film, but she's still in the womb, so how's that? You know, we'll see how that plays out. And then another vision, of course, at the end where there's ocean on Arrakis. I think, is that a vision or is that actually true? You know, we'll see what happens. Or he drank the water of life, so that was true. Maybe his visions now are gonna happen because he drank that water of life, but I don't know. It still could be hazy. You never know. And I do want to say, at the start of Dune 1, you have that voice. They did it again in part 2, and they'll probably do it part 3, where you just have that voice. But super deep, awesome movie theater, big boom speaker type of voice. He says, if you have power, or the one with power is the one with spice is the one with the most power, or something like that. Says something along those lines. But so the score, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, hands down. Maybe 9. I don't know. Because with Dune 1 it was 7, then it grew on me, it gave to an 8. Now Dune 2, hands down 8. Could grow to a 9, maybe. If I get my hands on it, I get to watch it more often and understand more. Thanks to a previous video of kind of explaining the first film without spoiling the future films, I really got I understood a lot more than I did in the past. With Dune 1, I was all over the place. I still am with these reviews, but I understand the story now, and I'm curious to see what's gonna happen next. Hell yeah, you got me in for Dune 3. Is it gonna come sooner? Because Dune 2, we should have had this in November, so is Dune 3 kind of, it's gonna come a little sooner? We'll see. I'm not sure if there's an official date, but I want to wrap this up. I would look it up. I'm gonna wrap this up. Future movies. So 8 out of 10. Hell yeah, watch it. Go and watch it. Future movies. I did see the Deadpool 3 trailer because, you know, I was sitting in theater. It just happened to pop up. I don't really watch theaters, but when it comes to Deadpool 3, I think I will go in with that one. I think it comes in July, so you'll see me and hopefully someone else joins in on that one. You know, it's not gonna. This is premiere day for Dune 2, but I'm not too big on Deadpool. Well, maybe release day, but not the premiere, like the day beforehand. But you'll probably get a review from us, or at least me, from the Deadpool 3 review. And I can't think of any other movies this year at the top of my head, but that's it. I don't want to make this any longer. Tell me your thoughts. If you're gonna say any spoilers, put spoiler, enter, so that people can click read more, so they don't just see the spoilers. Or just tell me your thoughts without spoiling, or whatever you want. No spoilers, please. Unless you kind of censor it out yourself in a way. So that was it. Dune 2, hell yeah. Can't wait for Dune 3. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. See you in the future videos to come. Peace out.